Hi guys, welcome back to my Buffed or Nerfed series of videos. The series where I take profiles from the previous edition of our beloved Middle-earth strategy battle game and compare them to the new ones from the new edition that has recently dropped. And today I'm tackling one of the brand new plastic kits from Middle-earth, a glow-up that was much needed from his old metal sculpt. That's right, I'm tackling Prince Imrahil of Dol Amroth. So let's get started. Prince Imrahil in his old edition was 140 points base and was considered a hero of legend, which means he could lead 18 models in his warband. He had a move value of 6, with a fight value of 6+, and a shoot value of 4+, strength of 4, defense of 7, 3 attacks, 3 wounds, courage 6, with 3 might, 3 will, and 3 fate. So he's your standard. Hit them hard and don't fall down type hero. His standard war gear was heavy armor, with a sword and a shield. All the defense bonuses are built into his standard defense 7, which then meant he could also use the feint special rule. In regard to heroic actions, he has heroic resolve, heroic strike, heroic strength, and heroic defense. So a nice range of heroic actions, both offensive and defensive, which give him a little bit more utility on the tabletop and just kind of help him fit into the combat scenarios that you might find him in, and kind of turn his hand to more or less most combat issues he'll come up against. In regard to war gear, he could buy an armoured horse for 15 points, as well as a lance for 5 points. So if you kitted him out fully with his armoured horse and a lance, which was how the metal sculpt used to be, he would come in at a grand total of 160 points for this quite tanky, quite beardy princely hero. And special rules, he has the lineage of Numenor, which basically means his stand fast is 12 inches, not 6. So not only is he quite tough to deal with on the tabletop and can he punch through those lines, he also is very good at keeping his models in place and keeping the Dol Amroth forces fighting when things start turning ill for them on the field of battle. His second special rule was Dol Amroth for Gondor. This meant that captains of Dol Amroth, men-at-arms of Dol Amroth, and Swan Knights of Dol Amroth counted Imrahil as a banner within 12 inches. It's crucial to note this doesn't include things like your Blackroot Vale archers, your Axemen of Lothar Arc, or your Clansmen of Lemden. It was purely just captains, men-at-arms, and the Swan Knights of Dol Amroth. Okay, so let's get to his new profile. In the new edition, he comes in at 160 base, and is still considered a hero of legend across the army lists he's involved with. It's interesting here that his base value for the new edition is the same cost as his fully kitted out version in the old edition. Not quite sure where they justify that extra 20 points coming from, but we're about to explore that together. His stat line has more or less stayed the same, a couple of little changes. He's still a move value of 6 inches. He's now fight value 7, so he's hit the ranks of the Boromirs, the Aragorns, and those fighting heroes. Still strength 4, still defense 7, with 3 attacks, 3 wounds, courage 4+, which translates to his courage of 6 from the previous edition, and intelligence value of 3+. He is smart. Still maintaining his 3 might, 3 will, and his 3 fate. His war gear stays more or less the same. Still got heavy armor and a shield, which is still baked into his stat line there. There's no real flexibility in regard to that. And his sword is now replaced with just a simple hand weapon. Obviously, the special strikes no longer being a thing. No more fainting for Imrahil. His heroic actions also stay the same. So he's still going to resolve, defense, strike, and strength. So he's still got all that utility he had from the old edition. In regard to war gear now, his armoured horse and his lance must now be bought together, and they come in at the princely price now at 30 points. Obviously, the armoured horse hitting the horse tax that all the horses have done. So it means that when he's fully kitted out on his mounted variant now for the new edition, he comes in at quite a princely, if you'll pardon the pun, 190 points, that's a lot. So he's had quite a hefty points increase there, which is a little bit of a shame. In regard to special rules, nothing really has changed here. His Lineage of Numenor rule stays pretty much the same as it was in the previous edition. His Dol Amroth for Gondor rule has changed slightly. There's been a couple of tweaks there. It now reads that friendly Dol Amroth models, so this now includes the Clansmen, it includes the Axemen, and includes the Blackroot Vale archers. They're all keyword Dol Amroth. Count Imrahil as a banner. However, it's only within 6 inches rather than the 12 inches it was. So you've got a banner that now affects pretty much your whole army, but the range on it is decreased. So take from that what you will. I don't necessarily think that's good. I'm all for having a banner that affects more of your models. But the 12 inches going down to 6 really doesn't feel great for someone like Imrahil, particularly when it comes to that quite hefty 30-point increase between the fully kitted up versions of the old edition and the new edition's Imrahil. I'm not sure the fight value 7, which is the only thing that's really changed from his previous edition, justifies the inherent 20-point increase to 160. Maybe it's a balancing thing. I don't know. I mean, he's always been a fairly solid hero to lead your Amroth forces and fairly tanky in that regard. So maybe they've just hiked him because he is so efficient and they think maybe you need to pay a premium for him now. And I can understand, because Imrahil, I've never come away from an Imrahil fight and thought, that was really easy to deal with him. So it doesn't feel great to lose a 12-inch banner, albeit, yes, affecting your whole army now. To lose a 12-inch banner down to a 6 and to have to pay a premium for him now, it doesn't feel great, particularly when you're from the previous edition playing Imrahil and Amroth being one of your main forces back in the day. It's going to take a ding on some of your model counts somewhere, because, 30 points, that's 4 or 5 Amroth warriors, it's a couple of Swan Knights, that adds up. But as a result of this, I am unfortunately going to have to lump Imrahil into the Nerfed category. I just think with that 20-point increase, the Armoured Horse and Lance coming in at 30 points, so 190 points in total, and nothing else has really changed to justify that points cost in my mind. I'm afraid he's going to have to go in the Nerfed category, which is such a shame, because the model has been buffed so much. This model is beautiful. And it's only nerfed in regard to the fact you're now paying a premium for him, and he's got a little bit less utility in regard to his range of his banner, but obviously now it affects all of his Amroth forces. So there's arguments for and against, but I think all in all, I'm going to have to put him in the Nerf category, which doesn't feel great to do, but we are where we are. But there we go. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that bell for video notifications of when our videos go live. Don't forget you can support us on Patreon for as little as £1 a month, or you can join the Treasure Trove to get all access to all our online resources and early access to all painting tutorials for a whole week before they hit public release. Thank you guys so much for watching. Take care, and as always, happy hobbying. Bye guys.